and welcome back to Mika Reacts and Reviews, where we react and review to things on the internet. And today we're going to react to another Adam Calhoun's video called Small Town. This wasn't suggested, but since it premiered just 7 hours ago, I thought I would react to this video. So this is a first reaction. It has over 84,000 views, 13,000 likes, and only 153 dislikes. So a good ratio. I really liked the last couple of songs I've heard from Adam Calhoun, which was Hate Yourself, and the other one that he did, what was the video? I can't remember the name of it. He did a duo with someone else that's really popular in like the country rap sphere. You guys are gonna kill me because I can't remember the name. But anyway, we're gonna get right into it. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed right now because I literally almost recorded this entire reaction, or at least I thought I was recording it, and I realized I never pushed record. So that's annoying. So I'm going to re-react to it. So now it's not going to be a first reaction. It's going to be a reaction and review because, anyway. Alright, I am reacting and reviewing Adam Calhoun's Small Town official music video. Over 84,000 views, 13,000 likes, and only 154 dislikes. Here we go again.
Small town ain't really much to do. My bitch and get your ass about the fucking living room. Ride down Main Street, drive slow, bass loud. My bitch hates me, I like to get around. Back of my truck don't squat, but my bitch does. You know what they say, little dick, big truck. Let you talk about us, throw fists, big nuts. We just work our ass off, we don't bitch.
Okay, stopping right here. I'm just gonna kind of repeat what I said in my first reaction that I didn't actually record. Was, to me, the feeling that I got really through this whole song was this is kind of like a anthem for the working class, hardworking, middle America, good old boys, or even southern boys. That's kind of what it feels like to me, and that's the feeling I got through the whole video. Or I didn't get through the whole video, but most of the video. I like the little jokes he put in there. I like the whole small dick, big truck. Even though I like big trucks, I had a big truck. It was one of my favorite vehicles I've ever driven. Rest in peace. And I don't think that, but I do think, like, if I see a guy with like a really expensive Ferrari or some, you know, exotic car, that I feel like he's probably overcompensating for something. And the whole like my bitch hates me, I get around a lot, naughty naughty naughty. But I already like what he said about like just hardworking, get out of your living room, and hardworking people, because that is a lot of the working class. And it's kind of sad that I feel like these sort of coastal elites kind of have shat on the working class and kind of sort of pigeonholed them all into like these white supremacist Trump supporters or something like that, where a lot of them are just hardworking people. The working class community in your country is the backbone of your country. I know, like, a lot of black people like to say we built America, but you know, whether you believe in that or not, at this moment the working class, the garbage trucks, the truck drivers who drive the agriculture back and forth through the country, those are the backbones of this country. And the fact they just get shat on and dismissed, and their values and their concerns are just dismissed because they happen to be white and cis and male. Like, I'm not saying white women or women are in that category either, but that's kind of the way the media tries to sort of blanket all of them as a reason just to dismiss anything that they're saying. And I think that's really sad, because a lot of them are just hardworking folks, you know. Not except, you know, maybe they get handouts or not, but that's not what they're living off of, and that's not what they're depending on. They're getting off their butt and take care of their family and their friends, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Alright, let's continue.
It's too much, ain't nobody rapping like me in this lane. If you say they are, point them out, let me take aim. I didn't come to make friends, boy, I came to change the game. It don't even make sense why you all sound the same. It's going down, meet me in the parking lot, at the gas station or the Walmart. We don't fuck around in this one light town, so don't come around if you're not from around here, from around here. Don't come around if you're not from around here, from around here. Don't come around if you're not.
Alright, so I like the whole like in an empty parking lot or in front of the Walmart. Again, very middle America, very working class family, or even a lower income family. I see the Donald Trump flag, I see the Confederate flag, and I see the Back to Blue flag. So again, I'm getting very like either conservative, Republican, traditional, civic nationalist. But just because you're conservative doesn't mean you're Republican. Just because you are a traditionalist doesn't mean that you're conservative. Like, so you don't have to be all three of them encompassing. You can be one or the other. So I'm not really sure what his political stance is, but from what I'm getting in the video, it seems like he loves his country. He loves what his country stands for. He's proud of where he's come from. I believe the kind of Confederate flag is representing the South, so if he's from the South, I'm not sure, but that's what I'm getting from the video. I think a lot of people equate the Confederate flag with slave ownership and think that if you have a Confederate flag, then you automatically means that you are racist or you hate people that don't look like you, and that is not true for everybody who has a Confederate flag. There's black people who live and were born and raised in the South that also wave the Confederate flag. For a lot of people, the Confederate flag just means that you are proud of where you come from, and there's nothing wrong with being proud of where you come from. I don't know why being white American or German or something like that, just because your roots might be where you're from, might be rooted in some sort of like horribleness, doesn't mean that like now in 2020-21 you can't be proud of where you're from. Why can everybody else be proud of where they're from, but certain people of certain races, a certain class and genders and sexualities and all that stuff? Like, so I have no problems with that. I even think that people might hear him say like, if you're not from around here, like, get out, basically. And I think people might see that, see the Trump flag, see the Confederate flag, see the Back to Blue flag, see that they're white, male, and hear that and think, oh, well, see, you don't want people that look like you to come to your neighborhood, so you're racist. You know what I mean? And I don't read it that way. The way I'm reading it is that if you don't have our values, if you're not hardworking, if you're not family oriented, if you don't back the police, if you don't, love our country, then don't come around here. Basically, like, keep your ideologies over here and we'll stay over here. That's what that reads to me. I could be wrong. Like, I don't know Adam Calhoun. He can be a complete dickhead, but that is how I'm reading it. And what else was there? And also, like, he's kind of bigging himself up, which a lot of people in hip-hop do. I'm the best, I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest, and if I'm not, step to me, and all that stuff. So I'm liking the song, I'm liking the visuals. Let's continue.
Small town, lived here my whole life. Every light pole got a flag hanging on the side. Every truck riding by got a pistol or a rifle inside, with a white boy ready to die. We don't do drive-bys, we get out and shoot. I don't rob you for your shoes, cause I'd rather wear boots. Worked my whole life just to get this little roof. You gon' do what to who, I need to see proof. You ain't doing shit except for actually hating. Friday night we out late at the gas station. Trucks pull up like bars and high beams. You gon' need an army if you gon' wanna try me. It's going down, meet me in the parking lot at the gas station or the Walmart.
Okay, stop there. So, first of all, I want to talk about how fun this video looked like it was to shoot. I am only guessing here. It looks like he could have possibly actually filmed this video in his hometown. I could be wrong there, or at least he's trying to give us that feeling like he's filming it in his hometown. It looked like he got all his friends, his high school friends, his neighbors, his community together and was like, let's go have fun and shoot a video, and do donuts with these big ass trucks in a parking lot, have a good old time. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some barbecue and some beer in the background somewhere. It looks like a fun but cold, because it looks cold. I don't like cold, I don't like the winter, shoot to make. And also low budget. Now, when I say low budget, that doesn't mean, that's not an insult for me, unless I'm saying it like an insult to me. I like the fact that, again, I know I'm comparing it to Tom MacDonald, they're not the same, but I'm going to compare it, that like Tom MacDonald, you don't have to spend so much money on flash to make a video. You don't have to have this giant team behind you to make a video, and I think that should be inspirational to other independent artists out there. I don't know if he's independent, I'm just saying. Not to say I don't mind flashy videos, but you don't need that to get your point across. And I think this video gets his point across perfectly fine, because he's talking about the working class, or you know, the people that's down and dirty and just working hard. That's not all Hollywood like and stuff like that. So this video matches that, right? Yeah, so I like that. So I also wanted to talk about, like, maybe you guys clicked on this video because I'm black and I'm female, and he talks a lot about being white, and he talks, not a lot, but he's brought it up a couple of times in a song, and of course there's a Confederate flag there and Trump flag and all those things. And so for me, I have no problem with someone talking about their lived experience or where they're from. There's a lot of people that grow up in communities and neighborhoods where everyone around them looks the same, and everyone around you have the same values and beliefs and the same religions, and everyone goes to the same schools. That happens a lot, especially in smaller towns and even communities in urban city neighborhoods where everyone around you looks the same, acts the same, kind of into the same things. So if anybody else that's brown or gay or female can talk about that experience of growing up with people that look like them and act like them and have the same values and beliefs, then why can't he do the same thing? If he grew up in a community where everyone's white and everyone kind of has the same values, then he can talk about his lived experience. I have no problem with that. I think a lot of people would get triggered by that, but I don't really see why, because, like, again, if I can talk about my lived experience as a black woman, and a trans person can talk about their lived experience, and everybody else can talk about their lived experience, then why can't he? So I don't have a problem with him talking about that. And that is where he's from. That's how a lot of southern or middle of American towns are. So yeah, let's continue.
Walmart. We don't fuck around in this one light town, so don't come around if you're not from around here, from around here. Don't come around if you're not from around here, from around here. Don't come around if you're not. Small town ain't really much to see. Guaranteed if you're born here, you probably won't leave. Everybody knows your business, every little thing. Got them small town dreams like the homecoming king. Best days of your life.
Wow, I like that whole verse. It's not finished, but I like that part of that verse. And it's very, like, I feel like it's very stereotypical. Like, you see this whole thing played out in movies where, like, you know, the high school, you know, prom king and the football player marries his high school wife, and they have these big dreams to move out, but ultimately they just stay in that town, they never leave, and they raise their kids and they work hard. That's kind of the picture that he's painting right now. And a lot of people use that as a dig or an insult, like, oh, well, you'll never leave that town, you're born and die here, and he uses it as an insult. But it's really nothing wrong with settling down and working your ass off and taking care of what's yours, taking care of your family, taking care of your household. It's not my path, but there's nothing wrong with someone else doing that. You know, so I really like that whole verse because it sort of painted a picture that I think we're all kind of familiar with, because we've seen it indirectly through films and movies and stuff like that. So, like, I like it. And like he said, like a one light town, so it's a really small town. If he's actually describing the town that he grew up in or his hometown, that's a really small town to only have one light. So let's continue.
Playing high school ball, talk shit, let's fight. Next day in the hall, dress fly, high five. Went from that to real life, real fast, time flies. Now you work like a dog for your high school sweetheart. Job don't pay shit, put food in the freezer. Have a few kids, hope they get past.
Stop it. Oh my god, I love that little bit. Like, you know, you marry your high school sweetheart, you have a couple of kids, and you hope they get past where we are. And that's what most parents want, right? You always want your kids, I mean, unless you're a psychotic parent like my mom, but like most parents want their kids to achieve more than they did. And a lot of parents sacrifice everything so the kids can have that ability and an opportunity. And, you know, and God bless those parents. Even though I'm not a big fan of that, I think even if you have kids, you should still try your best to make it happen, like it seems like Adam Calhoun is actually trying to do, because then that's also a great example for your kids. But like, yeah, I really like that, because that's like, oh god, parents don't get enough respect these days. And again, that's why it makes me really sad that as a society, the coastal elites and the left and the progressives kind of just spit and shit on middle America. Like, you just call them the flyover states. Like, oh, they're not important. What they say is not important. They shouldn't even have a vote. It's really, really sad because they are usually really hardworking people. Like, maybe they're not as cultured and they don't have as many life experiences as someone who's traveled the world, but it doesn't mean that they don't deserve some sort of respect and admiration for raising their kids and doing what they have to do to be good citizens of society, you know. So, okay, let's continue.
Have a few kids, hope they get past where we are. Old man in town drinking at the only bar. It's going down, meet me in the parking lot at the gas station or the Walmart. We don't fuck around in this one light town, so don't come around if you're not from around here, from around here. Don't come around if you're not from around here, from around here. Don't come around if you're not.
Okay, I like the ending when he had everybody chime in, because that just gives me that whole like, oh, it's his community, right? It's his friends. Tell me it's true. Tell me he really went down to his hometown and got all his friends and his high school friends and everybody involved, because that would be so good. What if that was his whole town too? Like, what if all those people was like, that was it, that's the town? That would be cray. And I wonder if the light he was standing in front of at the end and maybe throughout the video was the one light he was talking about. I wonder. Anyway, I enjoyed the video. I think that I like the beat, I like the production, I like the video. I like the hometown, good old boy, middle America feel it has. I think the older I've gotten, I've appreciated middle American people. Like, I didn't when I was younger. I grew up in America. I grew up in California. I grew up in Detroit, but I lived a lot of my life in California, and so like a lot of coastal people, I just kind of like, whatever, who cares about middle America? Like, they really exist. We used to have a joke, if you heard someone come from like Wisconsin or something, you'd be like, oh right, Wisconsin, that's a place, you know what I mean? Like, this arrogance. And like, the older I've gotten, the more I've like actually value a lot of middle America sort of standards and principles. Like, you get sick and tired of like progressive guys, like you do, because they're all like feminized and womanized, and they all have like the whole go Dutch thing, and they're not gentlemen because they're all radicalized by feminists, and like they're kind of spineless and weak and like whatever. But like middle American guys are all like cornbread and like, you know, like they're raised with backbones and guts and balls and all those things. And so like, that's what I like in guys. I like alpha guys, I like alpha men, and you just don't find enough alpha guys in LA and in Hollywood. And so I've like, you know, there's not a lot of Americans who do travel. Like, I travel as a lifestyle, that's what I do. I'm not in America now. And when I do run into like a guy who's from like, I think the most middle American guy you can really find traveling really is like Colorado. And I know Colorado is kind of like in the middle, slowly turning blue, but there's still some really good old middle American guys in Colorado. And like, I always find like they're just so much more like grounded, I guess, in like reality. Like, I appreciate that they have the same, like, I'm not a super traditional person at all, but when it comes to like my relationships, at least my heterosexual relationships, I like the guy to be a guy, like to be all the stereotypes I want a man to be. Like, not like super toxic or anything like that. Like, I don't care if you cry once in a while, but like, I want him to be a man. I want to feel protected, but like, I want to feel like I'm protected by him, you know what I mean? And I feel like the more guys that comes from these progressive blue states, the less likely they are to be like that, because they're all been trained to think like, no, we're equal, so you should also protect me. Like, no, you're the guy, you protect me. Like, anyway, that's the end of the video. I'm not gonna go into all my woes with men with you guys. Tell me guys what you think. If I missed anything, if I missed a major bar, I know I didn't catch everything, please put in the comment section below. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. And suggest any other videos you guys would like me to see. Anything on the internet. I cannot promise I'm going to enjoy it, but I will watch the video for you on this channel. Alright, bye!